Does job security really exist? That's what I'm going to explore in this video and give you 5 top tips. Because in a nutshell, yes, it does, but there's always a but there, isn't there, sometimes? So there's obviously certain careers that are going to have more longevity and are going to be needed for a lot longer time than others. I think, we can all work that out. I mean, a really good example to this is if we take computer programming. And I think, I'd recommend that to anybody who's starting out and looking for a career, or perhaps somebody that wants a career change and looking for a new career. It's going to be a really essential tool for the future. But there's danger, and there's a but. If you end up working for an organisation that doesn't keep up to date with the latest technology, the latest programming, the latest software, the latest ways of working, and its products that you're producing isn't really going to be needed by clients in the future, and things can sort of drift and you can get left behind, and you can become out of date very, very quickly. And that applies to other careers that we perhaps have thought in the past, that's got great job security for the future. Take being in finance, or being a lawyer, or medical research, and even retail. If we stand still for too long, we can become, as I've already said, out of date. So what is the answer to this then? Well, the answer to this is taking a very proactive approach to your self-development. And I'll talk about 5 key tips in doing that in a moment. Because if we don't look after ourselves, and if we don't look after how we're developing and learning, who's going to do it for us? So there's 5 key tips that I need to talk you through. The first one is reflect on what skills you currently have and what skills does your market need for the future. And you've really got to keep on top of that, and that does need some discipline in sitting down and analysing what I've got and what's needed elsewhere for the future. Number 2, constantly be learning new skills and different ways of working. Now, if you're in an organisation that's got one way of working, that's great, but you've got to be spending time seeing what other people are doing. So perhaps we do need to go to those conferences. Perhaps we need to go to those trade exhibitions to see what's happening. How many times have we said to ourselves, we haven't got time to doing that? Well, you haven't at the moment, but in the future you might have lots of time, because your skills may be out of date and you can go to as many conferences and trade shows as you want. So you've got to be disciplined in doing that as well. Number 3 is gaining new experiences, putting your hand up, getting involved, and networking with great people. It's really, really so important, and so we can learn from them. Tip number 4 is apply all the above so people want to employ you and people want to pay you money. It's no good having all the skills in the world and all the experiences in the world if people actually don't want to employ you or pay you money. It's a bit of a problem, isn't it? So tip number 5 is never take anything for granted, especially your development and your future-proofing your self journey. And enjoy what you do. And I think that's really, really quite important. So it's professional responsibility that we look after ourselves. Who's going to do it for us? Who's going to manage and lead us on our future-proofing ourselves journey, so we do stay relevant and valued for the rest of your working career? If you've got it cracked, good on you. If you do need some help, get in contact. Be more than happy to have a conversation. But it's really important. If we don't look after ourselves, who's going to do it for us?